Hey everyone, welcome back to Does It Suck? Today we are taking a look at paint grenades, which is this thing right here. There are a few different brands of these out there, but they are essentially all the same thing. It's a glorified water balloon at the end of the day. It's a length of surgical tubing. You just shove a bunch of paint in there, cinch off one end, cinch off the other end in a way that once you pull the pin, it's gonna basically open up and it's gonna squirt all the paint out the one end. The way it works is you pull the pin and you throw it. Obviously it's a grenade, but if there's no timer, there's no nothing like that. It just goes off on impact. It's essentially you gotta hit something hard enough that this little elastic pops off and then squirts it all out of one end. The way it works best is if it is spinning when it hits something, because it is gonna squirt all the paint out of one end of the tube. So if it's spinning, that's gonna help spread it all over the place. So we decided we're gonna test them. We're gonna basically build a little enclosure, cover it in white paper, and we're gonna toss a bunch of these and we're just gonna see exactly how effective they are. So let's go check it out. Okay, we are here at the field and we have constructed a room of sorts that is 15 feet by 15 feet. Now, on the website, it claims that these have a kind of a spray distance of 30 feet, which sounded a bit dubious to me. So like, we decided to just cut that in half. We made a room that's 15 by 15 and we're gonna try it in that. So let's just get right to it. So, hopefully you guys got a good feel for exactly how well these grenades work. If, you know, this were the result of one grenade, I think that'd be super impressive, but it's the result of 10 grenades, and a bunch of them didn't go off the first time we threw them. So, yeah, less impressive that way. So we're gonna go back to the studio and we're gonna wrap this one up. Those were not so great. I'm pretty sure those suck. Like, they do technically do what they say they're gonna do. They're not doing it for 30 feet, that's for sure. Like, 30 feet is just not gonna happen with these. And if it did squirt 30 feet, it'd probably be in like a perfectly straight line and not get anything else, just one thing 30 feet away. So I don't know if that's really useful, and the likelihood that there's a dude in that spot is pretty low. We threw a bunch of them and they just didn't really go off the first time. We found out that basically no matter how high you lob it, it still doesn't have enough force when it hits the ground to like go off most of the time. So they really did work best if you throw it with some force, which to me makes it less useful as a grenade, because you're supposed to use a grenade on things you can't see, right? So you can like huck it over a wall or like maybe in a window or a door or something. But the way that they work best is if you just throw it like a baseball really, really hard. And if you can do that, you can just shoot that guy with a gun. You don't need to just throw a grenade directly at him. And it's gonna be a lot cheaper to just shoot him with a paintball. So that's kind of the way I see these, is like, I would rather just spend the money on more paintballs. I think I can get a lot more done with just paintballs as opposed to like one of these grenades. But you know, like, they do technically kind of do what they're supposed to do. The only thing is, and this is kind of a big thing, is a lot of the times you could get somebody with a grenade and they'll have no idea, because the thing about a paintball is it actually has some impact force. You're gonna know when you get shot. The grenade doesn't. It just kind of sprays you. So if it went off behind you and just sprayed you on the back, like depending on what you're wearing, you might not even notice. So I just think that the likelihood of these actually getting somebody and that somebody actually calling themselves out is pretty low. I think you'd just be better off just buying more paintballs, shooting your gun. Don't bother with these grenades. But you know what? I bet some people disagree with me on that. So, you know, if you've used these, if you like these, they've been around for a long time. So like, if you're a big fan of these, let us know. We'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you can like and subscribe, if you haven't already, we always appreciate it. And thanks for watching.